Hey, what's up, guys? Today we're gonna talk about Kraven the Hunter, another movie that Sony is making about the Spider-Man villains without including Spider-Man and without technically making these characters the villains in their story because everyone's a hero apparently now. They either, I guess, forgot what the word villain means or like I don't know what they're doing over there, but hey, they actually cooked with this trailer. I mean, I don't know if the movie's gonna be like this. I hope it is at least possible as a normal, like a popcorn action flick, R-rated, super fun to watch, etc. But yeah, like the vibes. Okay. I've watched this trailer, so I'm not gonna like watch it again. But I'm gonna watch a breakdown video by New Rockstars because I have no idea who any of the characters in the trailer are because I'm not that familiar with Kraven. I just know that he's a Spider-Man villain and he has a crazy comic arc called Kraven's Last Hunt that's like extremely iconic. That's all I know about him. Um, I also know that he's Russian, so that's something. Um, but yeah, like I don't know much about him, so I'm gonna watch a breakdown today. Aside from that, like while watching the trailer when it began and the first half and everything, the action and the choreography, the movie looks good. It looks really, really good. Um, I know Aaron Taylor Johnson does not have a Russian accent, which is a missed opportunity because um, the accent he did in Age of Ultron was pretty great. He could have easily gotten a like deep voiced version of that, but I don't know why they did not go with that. I don't know if that was his idea or the execs did not want him to do an accent, which is weird. Um, we got one shot of spiders like falling on over him, which is apparently a comic accurate shot. Like that shot exists in the comics, but Sony uses it to like say that ooh he belongs in the Spider-Man universe, etc. Like he's connected to Spider-Man, whatever. But yeah, like it's weird. Like it feels like what Sony is doing is that they're using the Spider-Man brand to make generic action movies. That's all they're doing because none of the characters in these movies seem like they are, compared to they are their comic counterparts. Like, I mean, yeah, you can say that, oh, Venom is like pretty comic accurate and whatnot, but yeah, these guys are supposed to start off bad and then slowly, maybe once or twice, have a change of heart and like turn good or something, but that doesn't happen. So they're nothing like their comic counterparts. This does look interesting. The trailer started to like really getting me hyped up the moment the bloody violence came in. Like it's awesome, and Aaron Taylor Johnson honestly looks pretty freaking incredible. He is amazing looking in this. Aside from the whole accent shtick. In one of the final shots when you see him with the crossbow on the chair, that moment is incredible. That moment is amazing. I was sold at that moment. Like, wow. All right, all right. I might just give this a try. It does not look like Morbius. It does not look like Venom Let There Be Carnage. It looks like it's going to take itself seriously, which is what Sony should have done ever since the very beginning. Like, give us that stupid R rating. Like, that should be the protocol, honestly. Um, and it ends with a tease of Rhino, which is I don't know if they're connected in the comics, but we saw Alexei Tsitsevich injecting him with a serum that turns him into a rhino, basically, which is actually a lizard equivalent because Kurt Connors turns the same way. I don't know how the rhino turns into the rhino in the comics, actually. Like, I remember, I don't know, I was like 4 years old, and I think Spectacular Spider-Man was, or some random animated Spider-Man show was airing on TV, and I remember that he fell into a freaking cement mixer or some shit, some scientifically advanced cement mixture, and came out like with a whole suit of cement around him. I don't know, like it's weird. I know I might be like completely being off. I might be completely off the topic, but I was 4 years old. I'm not gonna remember all that. So it was something like that, but I don't know how he got like extremely huge, how he like got these incredible powers. So I'm pretty excited to know about the Rhino. Like that's the only thing. Like the Amazing Spider-Man explained it by saying that oh, the Rhino is the robot, the big robot suit that Alexei operates, and this one is gonna like make him a whole organic suit around him. Like even the Insomniac games, it seemed like Insomniac went with a juggernaut route with the Rhino. Like he's a very huge man himself. On top of that, they've given him this metal suit on. So I don't know what gives him these juggernaut-like powers. I might have to look up the origins of the Rhino and how he becomes Rhino, because this seems to be going a different way. Amazing Spider-Man was something different. I think it's gonna be something different. So yeah, let's just see what's up. So let's start off with this breakdown video. Kraven the Hunter. Easter eggs and details you missed.
Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Eric Voss, and this is a breakdown of the new trailer for Kraven, the latest in Sony's Spider-Man villain series, following the Venom films and Morbius. This one starring Aaron Taylor Johnson as Kraven the
Man, he's come a long way since Kick-Ass. I cannot even tell that this is the same person who played that guy.
Hunter. Let's break down.
Also, speaking of Kick-Ass, give us another Kick-Ass movie, man. I missed those movies so much. That's a buff line.
Down this trailer shot by shot for everything you missed, everything you need to know about Kraven before this movie drops on
Yeah,
October
please
6th.
tell
And
me.
yeah, we're looking at the red band trailer because we're dirty little jerks. Also, Marvel's Secret Invasion is coming to Disney Plus June 21st. My Easter egg breakdown is coming to
Today?
the Rockstars
What?
channel that day around 3 p.m. Eastern. And
No
there
way.
are a ton of details and conspiracy theories and Pepe Silvio walls, so you gotta tune in. You're gonna love
Oh no,
our
it's going.
analyses. Also,
Oh
our
my
after
god.
show Inside Marvel is coming back too
I have to watch
Wednesday
it.
mornings, and they're gonna be live in person.
I have
will
no idea
transition
that
to
it was
being
coming
a
out.
Break Room channel exclusive. So be sure to subscribe to the Break Room as well as subscribe to the Deep Dive channel and to this channel for all kinds of great content.
I had
Let's
no
get
idea
started
it
with
was
this
coming
trailer
out
breakdown.
today. Yeah, this dick. I don't think Kraven can do this.
Alright, we're in London, and Kraven, aka
Using
Sergei
animals as the
Kravinoff,
drones.
projects his senses through the streets, giving us a sense of Kraven's animalistic instincts as his scent or his perception glides through. He actually could be linking his mind's eye with that of a bird, since
Yeah.
connecting with animals this way is part of his power set in this movie. From
Weird.
Kraven's first appearance in The Amazing Spider-Man number 15 in 1964, he has had enhanced agility and speed and hunting prowess from a magical herbal potion that he drinks. He was born to a Russian aristocrat from the days of the 1917 revolution, and he was motivated by pride to fulfill a sense
Okay, hold on. We had a minor interruption, but we're back.
of lost nobility. But in this movie, they've definitely changed Kraven because, you know, Russell Crowe wasn't alive during the 1917 revolution, and now Sergei is more of an animal rights activist trying to make up for an upbringing in a family of
Weird.
big game hunters led by his father Nikolai Kravenov, played by Russell Crowe. Let's move on to the next part of the trailer.
My son.
So I was right that Kraven actually doesn't have any of this shit in the comics. He drinks from something, some herb or something, and then he gets like agility is fine, agility, stamina, etc. is fine, but like none of the like I'm using birds as my webcam shit.
Never show mercy.
Like this is good, this is cool. It's literally the scene from Bullet Train. Him punching glass.
Okay, we see Kraven sprinting barefoot through London, looking like our man Steve Rogers in the first Captain America film, because these guys are faster without shoes.
Fake feet.
Shoes slow them down. And with shoes, how would you monkey latch onto that
Bro,
car?
if I saw this huge dude running at me, I'd literally just give up and pray to God.
Shoes.
Look at that.
Slow them down. And with shoes, how would you monkey latch onto that car? God gave us toes for gripping, folks. Actually,
Yep.
in set photos showing Aaron Taylor Johnson, they gave him some
Big feet.
slip-on Hobbit-style feet. Okay, on to the next clip.
We are predators. Boys, your mother is dead.
He's got a brother.
She died because you sent her away.
It's interesting because Kravenov has a Russian accent, but even when he's young, Kraven has an American accent. So I guess this is like a choice, creative choice.
She was weak, sick in her
Like they might explain it by saying, "Oh, he was sent off to boarding school in America or some shit."
mind.
So yes, Russell Crowe playing Sergei's father, Nikolai Kravenov. The third time he's played a superhero Papa after Jor-El
Yay.
in Zeus. He baptizes his son with a cross of blood on his forehead. The blood of the animal they just killed, foreshadowing the importance of these animals' blood to Kraven's origin. Now, if you grew up Christian like I did, you know crosses like this is what they put in your forehead in Ash on Ash Wednesday. When you get confirmed, it's oil. It's an important religious sacrament, and I think it gives us a glimpse into this family's weird philosophy when it comes to hunting animals. Then in this car, beside young Sergei is his brother Dmitri, aka the Chameleon, the adult version
What?
of hunting animals. Then in this car, beside young Sergei is his brother Dmitri, aka
That's Chameleon. Damn. I did not see. This is why I had to like watch this video because Chameleon. Alright. First live action appearance. Cool. Pretty cool. I don't know much about Chameleon, but I've heard it's pretty cool, and well, he can mimic faces, so.
The Chameleon. The adult version of whom is going to be played by Fred Hetchinger, who is a kid from White Lotus Season 1. In the comics, these two are half-brothers, but in this movie, it seems to indicate that they have the same father and the same mother. Nikolai says that she was weak, sick in the mind. Avenging her could be the deeper motivator in Sergei's warpath. Moving on.
You know my business.
Oh, that's such a nice house.
Power is about strength.
Alright, we see an opulent castle
Wow.
tucked in the side of a mountain. It kind of looks like the Predjama Castle in Slovenia. There's a room with a stuffed fox on the bar. On the wall that Nikolai pushes Sergei against is a stuffed lion head. I might be wrong, but all this seems like it might be taking place in a heightened underworld with just different rules when it comes to assassins like this. Kind of like John Wick, which might help some of the ultra violence we can expect from this film. Next clip.
You will give our
Buff
enemies
lion.
an opening.
That's called good CG.
Shoot.
Holy shit.
Sergei and Dmitri join Nikolai on the line.
Also, by the way, if a lion actually did that, you'd be left with like no limbs, half a jaw hanging out away from your face and shit like that. That's so unrealistic. Lions don't stop at just like holding you down. They will most definitely go for the neck and just snap it.
Lion hunt, and the lion pounces. Actually, at one point, you can see the lion with both paws wrapped around Sergei, biting his head like a burrito.
Yeah.
Now, lions are typically nocturnal predators. They only rarely hunt during the day, like in situations where water in their territories is attracting prey animals that they can eat. But the overwhelming majority of attacks from lions happen at nighttime. So this is some special circumstance and a very special lion. Because notice, its bulk and its length is definitely larger than the average lion. This thing is freakishly jacked and lumpy, kind of like Aaron Taylor Johnson is in this movie. Let's move on.
He is weak, like his
You would not be looking like that after surviving a lion attack. You would, well, most likely not survive a lion attack, and you definitely have an arm cut off, your ribs just exposed, half the face gone, neck broken, balls cut off, whatever.
mother. Leave him.
That's just insane. Unless that lion is just a very smart lion, and yeah, I think they're gonna show that that lion probably drank some toxic sewage water from like Oscorp or some shit and got genetic mutations, and that's why he got like smart for some reason and saved this boy. I don't know, man. I don't know what they're gonna do. This part gave me major Catwoman vibes.
I stared death in the face, and for the first time, I saw my true self.
As poor Sergei lies wounded, a figure stands over him in the background. Could be Calypso, which is his love interest in this movie, played by Ariana DeBose. You know her. She's the one who said that Angela Bassett did the thing. Although maybe the person in the background here is just someone else in their hunting party. Now, in the shot of Nikolai saying, "Leave him," the visual itself is actually taken from an earlier moment because we see Sergei standing behind him, looking healthy and fine. But the guy with glasses here is Alexei Sistovich, played by Alessandro Nivola, who in this movie will turn into a version of the Rhino. We'll see him at the end of the trailer. But then crazy shit happens. A drop of lion blood falls into Sergei's wound, and we see some red blood cell imagery, again to Sam Raimi's opening spider DNA imagery in the 2000 Spider-Man films. We hear the voice of Calypso over this. Calypso is a voodoo priestess in the comics who gives Sergei the potion that enhances his physical strength into that of a jungle cat. But here, it looks like his powers are going to come from this transfusion process. Blood from maybe a genetically engineered lion or a physical mutant lion mixing in with Sergei's blood.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. Like, this lion's got to be someone special.
Yes, it's kind of like Catwoman, and yes,
exactly, Eric.
It makes no sense. We see a tarot death card with a skeleton on horseback carrying a scythe, maybe part of a ritual that Calypso could do for him. But now when the camera pulls back out of his eye, it glows yellow and the pupil becomes elongated like that of a cat. These cat eyes glow yellow in the dark like a cat. Like the night man. Head of Sergei stepping out of the shadows. Let's move on.
Tell me about this hunter. They say he uses a connection with animals to track his prey.
Weird shit. This trailer is so early 2000s action.
There's
Love
only
it.
one way off.
Okay, so we see Sergei using his connection with the animals to fight these poachers and big game hunters and other criminal organizations that profit from this kind of thing. So yes, he's a hunter, but an anti-hero hunter, not a Spider-Man villain, despite these guys' connection to Spider-Man being really what makes them interesting. But you know, don't tell Sony that. They're gonna keep trying to do this. This video is sponsored by Helix Sleep.
Nope, I am taking no part in that.
I love my Helix Max 20% blizzard, pursued by guys with snowmobiles, and then he uses his connection with wolves to kill them. Then close up of an eye
So
blinking
weird.
into a yellow bird eye as it spies on these poachers having killed some livestock. Now, while in the comics, Kraven is known to tame animals and to work with animals sometimes, it's only been theorized that in some cases he might have a psychic link with them. But no, this movie is making him a full-on psychically linked warg, really. Christopher
Yeah.
Abbott in this movie is playing the Foreigner, who is a Spider-Man villain, an assassin, capable of putting someone in a 10-second hypnotic trance by making eye contact with them. I wonder if he'll be able to do that by looking at the animal Kraven is controlling and be able to
Cool.
put him in a trance wherever he actually is. On to the next clip.
The six of us.
I've actually heard about the Foreigner. I recently heard about the Foreigner in, I don't know, some Twitter post or some shit.
There's 6 of you now.
He looks so cool. Ah, this part is so brutal. Ah.
Okay, Kraven confronts the poachers in some old Soviet trucks. He wears a necklace with a lion tooth. In the comics, it's a saber-toothed tiger fang that he wears around his neck. Here, it might be a token
Saber-toothed tiger fang, bro. Those things were extinct. What?
from the lion who attacked him. And then our man goes to work, stabbing them in the necks with like a horn, and then swinging the cab of the truck to stab the driver, and then bites off the nose of the other guy and spits it at us. Yeah, kind of
Why?
like Danny DeVito in Batman Returns. Kraven had already stabbed him in the
Why?
neck. The guy was already bleeding out. Why do you have to give him a closed casket? Jesus, was the livestock they were poaching your best friends, Kraven? Because I think even the animal's ghost would be like, stop, stop, he's already dead.
Stop! He's already dead.
Jesus, let's move on.
Why do you hunt?
My father puts evil into the world. I take it out.
Well, that's so weird. That's not something a villain does. Oh.
So Kraven tries to justify his violence to Calypso, suggesting that all of his targets are really part of his father's crime organization. I mean, okay, but you could just shoot them. We do see 2 guys get shot through the head with 1 bullet, but then he claps a bear trap on a dude's head. He had to walk around with a spring-loaded bear trap ready to go without triggering it, and then at the right moment clamped it on his head. So just a reminder of the scorecard here, folks. Our hero in this movie is biting off noses and clapping bear traps on heads. And look, maybe he's trying to avenge his mom, or maybe we're just not meant to like this character, because even everyone in this trailer is like, dude, why are you doing this?
Honor, you are exactly like our father. Just another man hunting for a trophy.
We're murderers. Isn't that what he taught us?
Yeah, Dimitri's calling his brother a hypocrite, a man hunting for trophies just like their father. Now, Chameleon was technically Spider-Man's first official villain in the comics,
Oh.
appearing in 1963's Amazing
Really?
Spider-Man #1. He's known for being able to take anyone's identity, but in this trailer, we don't really see him do anything chameleon-y yet. Sergey jumps on a desk, stabs a dude in the neck with some kind of tusk. Now I'm wondering if the weapon that he uses to kill each person is either part of the animal they killed, or the type of weapon that they were going to use to kill it. Like, it could be a kind of poetic justice to give the animal the final say.
Yeah.
But again, I think the animal would just be like, just let me live, protect my young, and have access to water, please. Next clip.
You don't get to do that to me anymore.
Spiders.
Mr. Taglin. Where's Mr. Taglin?
Oh, you're standing in him.
This shot is so cool.
Spiders!
Yep.
Of course there are spiders in this. Sony also randomly threw a spider in the Venom Let There Be Carnage trailer that ended up not meaning anything. But hey, look, now there are several spiders because there's a live-action Spider-Verse on the horizon. But there could be more to this because Kraven considers the Spider-Man the one beast that he's always longed to hunt, the one to always slip through his fingers. But here, it's interesting how he looks frightened. In the comics, Kraven kind of becomes obsessed with images of a spider-infested asylum because his mother was locked away in one. So this might be the one beast he's afraid of, the one he can't psychically connect with. As spiders have their own psychic link that you gotta be a spider person to
that's
connect
cool.
with. Maybe planting some seeds here for Kraven's eventual hatred of Spider-Man coming from an animal he can never connect with and one associated with his mother's suffering. A quick shot of Kraven lifting a lion mane vest from the box, his iconic look from the comics, which is shortly after seen wearing in a cave with a flaming spear. His necklace here now has 3 teeth on it, so maybe after he's killed the people who left him to die, including also his father and Rhino. Could this be the ending of the movie? But here we see the 6 of us versus 1 of you guy from earlier. He finds Kraven in the office of a Mr. Taglin. On the wall, we see a rhino head, a ram's head, a silver cow head. There's an alligator head on the left shelf, bird statues, a huge ivory tusk in the window. So yeah, Mr. Taglin, a dirtbag. You know Kraven's going Captain Planet all over his ass. But he takes out this guy with the biggest crossbow I've ever seen. And then he crosses out the name from the book, something OBE Levine, and beside it, Rooster. Now I'm wondering if this could be from a post-credit scene, and that when we see this list in the movie, there will
Names.
be other names on it.
Yeah.
Names like Michael Morbius, Adrian Toomes, Eddie
Venom.
Brock. Let's move on.
You're a goddamn lunatic.
I think, okay, listen. I think if they're not gonna do Spider-Man, I think what they're gonna set up at the end of the movie is that Kraven will probably go after Eddie Brock next, because he's, you know, big giant monstrous threat. So I think that's what they're gonna do, but it might just be a Vulture or Morbius as well, like he says.
No.
This is so Morbius. He has no reason to do that.
Okay, in this shot, Kraven has some scars on his right arm in the process of healing, and then a hallway fight as he pounces from the walls. I'd say like a lion, but I don't think lions could even get 3 gallops
Yeah.
around the side of a corner of a hallway. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on because it looks like they shot this through gutter water. Okay, on to the last clip.
There is an animal in each one
Hey,
Don't you want to know why they call me the Rhino?
I am the Rhino. Oh, that's fun. His skin like gets up, it like gets raised and stuff. So he is gonna turn huge. At least he has to like turn to like lizard size at least, like Lizard from Amazing Spider-Man. Because otherwise it's just not that fun anymore. Yeah, I think he's gonna be huge.
The trailer ends with Alexei revealing himself as the Rhino, but not the kind of Rhino that we've seen before. This guy detaches a tube that might give him the serum that turns into a Rhino,
Yeah.
or abates it. We're not really sure. But in the comics, Alexei Sistovich received gamma radiation
Tell me what happens.
that enhanced his size and strength, and then he wore a polymer suit over it that gave him the appearance of a rhino. But
Really? That's all that was? Gamma radiation, bro, ain't no way. He's just another Hulk.
in 2014's The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Paul Giamatti played a version of the Rhino who wore a mech suit that he stole. Look, folks, I'm excited to see Aaron Taylor Johnson as Kraven, but from this trailer, he looks like a psychopath savaging people to an extent no natural animal in the wild would bother to do. And I'm just not really rooting for him at the moment. But again, maybe that's not the point. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe to New.
Yeah, it's weird. It's really weird. I don't know what to think of this. But hey, anyway, that was the breakdown for Kraven the Hunter. Oh my god, I got so much new info about these characters. I did not know Chameleon, Calypso, and all these guys were in the movie. I didn't know how Rhino was made, so hey, good for me. Like, the more I know, I guess. The more Rhino, I guess. Get it? All right, but that was an unintentional pun, man. Wow. So the Rhino is just another Hulk guy who didn't turn green and just wears a random suit. That's come on, bro. Come on, bro. That's crazy. That is so crazy to me. All right, so he's gonna turn into a real Rhino and not Paul Giamatti, I guess. This looks fun. Am I gonna watch it in theaters? Maybe not. Maybe not. I might just wait it out and, you know, either watch some clips on Twitter or YouTube and just wait it out, or like watch it at home whenever it comes out. So, that's all I have for Kraven. It looks really fun. It looks like a really fun watch, but it's, again, if you're expecting it to be faithful to the comics, I don't think it's gonna be that. So, word of caution for all the comic fans. And that being said, that's all, folks. That's all for the video. I don't know what else to say anymore. Like, it's fun. Sony is doing their own thing, but this could have just been a generic action movie, and Sony's just using the titles to like draw audience from the comic book, you know, scene. So I don't know. I don't know how it's working. It's still giving them money, so I guess they're gonna keep doing. The question is, who next then? Like, who comes after Kraven? Like, whatever. I'm not trying to think about that right now. So, thanks for watching. Drink loads of water. Be kind to others and to yourself. And I will see you guys in the next video. I am so exhausted from talking. All right. Bye.